you're going to be the first Big Sky team to play in the first four against the SWAC champion. What do you make of the uniqueness of this challenge?
Yeah, obviously excited to be in the tournament. Really excited about the opportunity to head to Dayton. I've actually had a chance to participate in this in the past, and it's a really special place to do the first four. I mean, the Dayton basketball community really comes out and supports those teams, and you know, we get to be the only show in town as people get ready for March Madness, and great opportunity for us to go out and showcase what these guys have built here this season.
What have the past couple of days been like in terms of a return and then, you know, getting everybody rest versus some kind of preparation for what this next week will bring? How do you balance everything?
Yeah, you know, obviously coming off of a, you know, busy week in Boise, 3 games in 3 days, it was really important to get back, get some treatment, get some health and some fuel back in our tanks. And but we hit the court again on Saturday and practiced this morning before the selection show, just to keep our sword sharp and make sure that whenever our opponent is revealed, we can turn our attention to that, but just kind of focus on ourselves for the last 48 hours.
Coach, have you had time to reflect? What does that Big Sky Championship mean to you to do it in your first year against the odds of being the latest Division I hire?
Yeah, it's you know, it's something I'll certainly have a little bit more time to reflect on as days go by. But our guys have stuck to the process, and you know, we had pointed our attention towards March early on this year, knowing that this was going to be a growth process to get these guys on the same page and get them believing and understanding what our vision looks like, because it's, you know, a totally different team and totally different makeup than the last 2 Bobcat teams that made the NCAA tournament. But the tradition and the standard is the standard, and our guys have taken so much pride in wanting to live up to that. It really allowed us to keep our focus forward, and that's what we'll do until the dust settles and then start to appreciate a little bit after that.
How do you feel about getting a first four as opposed to, you know, getting right into the round of 64?
Yeah, I mean, it's an exciting opportunity. Obviously, more of a pure, you know, seed line and seed. So an opportunity to go in and you know, kind of get the cobwebs out and play against somebody that is probably more like you than not. And then if you're lucky enough to advance, you know, you've got that experience now in the tournament with, you know, the bright lights and all that comes with it. So I think it's a great opportunity for us. And ultimately, you know, we're playing our best basketball. So being able to do that sooner than later is a good thing too.
You've had a lot of experience in postseason tournaments. So how excited are you to have another one and to have, you know, the biggest one now on your plate?
Well, they're all special. They're special because at this time of year, it means you get another week with your team. These journeys take such an investment. To be able to go and, you know, share in this experience for the guys that haven't been a part of it is, you know, a dream come true, something they'll never forget. And those are one of the big reasons why you coach, you know, to help kids reach their dreams and be a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Is there some kind of common characteristic that you can identify from this year's team versus your past championship teams of what allows, you know, these specific groups that you've had to reach this point in the season?
Well, I think there's a lot that goes into that. I think we focus a lot on the relationships with our players, and so, you know, when we came here last spring, that was the first step of the process and building trust with them, so that our voices could be heard as coaches and that we could help them grow as the year went on. And our guys, you know, continued to listen and continued to bounce back from adversity, and that's why we are where we are today. It's been a uniquely rewarding year for me in that nobody believed that we'd be here except for the guys in the room and our coaching staff. And, you know, we focused on the process and the task at hand. And, you know, when the dust settled, all of a sudden we're here with an opportunity to go play in the NCAA tournament.
You mentioned in Boise how special of a feeling it is to have, you know, a group of young men, you know, show belief in you. Can you take us through what that has looked like day to day over the last, 11 months or so, and just how fulfilling that has been?
Yeah, I think, you know, when we got here and a couple weeks had gone by, we were seeking clarity. We didn't know, you know, necessarily who was in, who was out, you know, what positions we needed. And when the dust settled a little after May 1st, we had 4 scholarship players on hand. And so As I mentioned to the crowd, early on in the recruiting process, as we try to put this puzzle together, a lot of questions surrounded, well, who are my teammates going to be? Who am I going to play with? And the question that the guys that are in this room right now were more thoughtful of was, who am I going to be playing for? And, that meant a lot to me, not just in that they'd be playing for Coach Logie and our staff, but playing for Montana State and playing for, the tradition and the foundation that was laid here before. There was proof of concept, we know what can be accomplished here at Montana State, and getting to the NCAA tournament is now the standard. And we just needed the guys that were going to come in and understand that it was about who they were playing for and what they were playing for as much as anything else.
Do you have any kind of an injury update based on the guys who came out of Boise a little roughed up?
Yeah, no, everybody's good to go. Everyone came back, and I've got good reports. Everybody's practicing today. So.
Shared a pretty emotional moment with Ryan at the end of that game. He burst into tears. I mean, going through this with him, a guy was on your teams obviously before.
Yeah.
How special was that moment? Just the whole run that you had.
Oh, it was really special. He was one of, if not, one of the first two guys that said, I'm in. And obviously we had a tremendous history together. When he came on his visit here and met the administration and got to see the community that was waiting for him, we immediately started talking about our dream together of playing in the NCAA tournament, and that's been a dream of his since he was a little kid, and so that's where that emotion comes from. When you get to watch somebody live out their dream, and the belief that he put in us just meant the world, and I think really allowed our team to hit the ground running in the summer, because he was able to facilitate a lot of conversations with returning and new players about what our culture wanted to be about, what the process looked like, and he had proof of concept himself because he had been with us for 3 years.
And Paul, you asked this, or answered this on Wednesday, but beating the Grizz, having your first win over the Grizz, be that stage, I mean, just how cool was that for you?
Well, I mean, I know that rivalry means a lot to everybody in the state. To us as a team, we were playing to go to the NCAA tournament on Wednesday, and that's what you dream of. That's what you work for. Those 2 to 3 games, between Cat Grizz and the Big Sky Championship are always the ones you're going to circle the most. And so to be able to, combine 2 of those in our best game of the year and go out victorious like that was certainly a thrill.
This time of year, sometimes you find that small guards have a chance to kind of take over the tournament or become America's darling. How much do you expect a national TV audience to enjoy the Robert Ford experience?
Well, I hope they can enjoy it as much as I have. He is definitely the type of player that you fall in love with very quickly, and it's because the passion that he plays with, his competitive spirit. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and he's got an amazing story to tell, just with his perseverance and what he's overcome. So I think I'm looking forward to the rest of America getting a chance to see that on center stage, and our team has taken on his identity all year long, and so the best thing we can do is honor that on Wednesday night.